Welcome back, guys. Thank you again for tuning in to Wind Down Wednesdays. We are your gracious hosts. My name is Tanikio.
And I'm Shay.
And we're your queens in real estate.
Check. Put some respect on my check. Pay me in equity. Pay me in equity. Watch me reverse out of dicks. He got a check. Put some respect on my check. Pay me in equity. Pay me in equity. Watch me reverse out of dicks. He got a check. Put some respect on my check. Pay me in equity. Pay me in equity. Watch me reverse out of dicks. He got a check. Put some respect on my check. Pay me in equity. Pay me in equity. Watch me reverse out of dicks. He got a check. Put some respect on my check. Pay me in equity. Pay me in equity. Watch me reverse out of dicks. He got a check. Put some respect on my check. Pay me in equity. Pay me in equity. Watch me reverse out of dicks. He got a check.
So today, what we're going to be talking about is new construction or new build versus resale homes, and just some of our pros and cons, so to speak, and some of the differences in between the two, just depending on what your preference is. But to get started, of course, because it's Wind Down Wednesdays, we got to give y'all this week's wine. It is Barefoot Sangria. I picked this one out because it was Shay's turn to buy the wine, and I wanted something that she would probably drink. I'm sure this is going to be too sweet for me, but that's what we're drinking today. So I just wanted to show you guys that. Of course, if you drink wine or just have had wine at any point in time, then you know what the Barefoot brand is, but I'll still leave a link down below. As promised, we were going to be talking about the differences between a resale home and a new build or new construction home. First of all, definition-wise, a resale home, for those of you who do not know, is basically, for example, I want to sell my home because I'm ready to move for whatever reason, and I want to put it on the market and you buy it. That is you purchasing a resale home. New construction is exactly that. You're building it from the bottom to the top. You're going to be the first owner, maybe the only owner, but you're definitely going to be the only person at that time who has lived in that house because it's brand new. As far as some of the differences, we're kind of going to go back and forth with what we feel are some of the main differences that kind of stand out between buying a resale home and buying a new build or new construction home. And we'll also, towards the end of the video, kind of get into some of the communities that are available in the Columbia area, because that's where we are, that's what we specialize in. But of course, I'll always leave the information down below for you to look for the homes in your area if you're not in the Columbia, South Carolina area. As always, guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Please leave comments down below if you have any questions, any concerns, again, any tips, tricks, ideas. Leave that information down below. We welcome it. We love it. And I guess we're going to just go ahead and get into it.
Yep. So, why a new construction? I don't know why, but a lot of people fear new construction. I don't get it, but I would say one would consider new construction if they're not looking to move right away. Right away could be maybe 30 to 60 days. Maybe they saying, hey, I don't want to be in a house until 6-9 months down the road. Then, you may want to consider new construction. Some, depending on the builder, could take 3 to 4 months. Some builders could take 6 months. Depending on where you're located, could take even longer due to like weather restraints. So it may make the process a little bit longer, but if you're not looking to possibly moving right away or have to move, by a certain shorter dead time, new construction is the way to go. I also think that you will want to do new construction if you're looking to possibly customize a home. Now, I use that term very loosely.
Yep.
What I mean by customization is you have different floor plans to choose from, different layouts of how you want your home to look. One could be, having a sunroom versus a deck, or having a master on the main instead of, all bedrooms on the second floor. Or having a fireplace versus whatever else that builder may offer.
Garages.
Yeah.
Like that.
You may have a bay garage instead of a side garage or a front garage. 6-car garage versus a 2 or 3. So, like I said,
Save money.
it's a lot of ways you can, build it so it has a character of you and your family. It symbolizes you and your family. It feels more like home.
Mm-hmm.
So you do have a lot of different floor plans and options when it comes to a new build. What would you say would be some of the reasons why?
Well, I'm all about getting my clients, and my clients know, I'm all about getting them the best bang for their buck. So a lot of new build or new construction communities actually offer incentives. They offer things like, closing costs. Sometimes I think Shay has even said up to $10,000 in certain communities where you're getting that amount of money in closing costs. They may put your blinds up because when you get a new house, you don't get the blinds in most cases. Mm-hmm. Just know that, especially if it's new, you're probably not getting appliances and you're not getting the blinds. So those are things that can kind of be negotiated, and I want to use that term loosely because with new communities, there really isn't much negotiating, but you can ask for certain things and hope to be incentivized. And, of course, if you have any questions about anything like that specifically, and it's something that you're interested in, just reach out to Shay or myself so that we can see based on what community, what company, or what builder rather, what sort of incentives that they may offer in those communities. Outside of that, I think just being, like Shay said, just having the customization portion, being able to kind of have control over what the house is going to look like, so to speak. A lot of those homes are going to be energy efficient, which again is going to be saving you money because that's what I'm all about. I did want to touch on the floor plans, but we'll go back to that a little bit later on in the video. Touching on resales, because again, resales may not be a bad option. That is what most of us do. Typically, most of us are going to be going for a beautiful home that we see that's on the market and it's perfectly priced, and that's what we want. I would say the biggest perk about a resale home is going to be that typically you're going to be living in that home within the next 30 to 45, maybe 60 days. Whereas with a new construction, it could be a few months down the line. Mm-hmm. So it just depends on your timeline. If you're interested in trying to move into a home soon, you can maybe find a 2012, 2015 year old house or whatever. I definitely didn't say that right, but you get what I mean. You get what I mean. It could have been built in 2012 or 2015 is what I was trying to say. And it can, it's like new or it's pre-owned, and I'm using those terms relative to cars, so to speak. But those are still really nice homes. The main thing that I would say is that with those homes, it just comes with a few additional steps as far as inspections and appraisals. Whereas with the new construction, that inspection is most cases seamless, as well as, the appraisal is going to be spot on because the builder knows what they're putting into the home, and that's what's going to appraise out for the most part. Did you want to get into some of the builders, some of the...
Yeah, so I had an opportunity to work with Stanley Martin Homes. They formerly known as Essex Homes, so if you Google them, you may be able to
say who just that quick.
Yeah, you probably can find both. I just Googled Essex Homes and it still popped up. So it may work both ways. I'm not sure. But yeah, I did a transaction with them out in the community of Ashley Oaks. That's in the Blythewood area. And one thing I will say about working with them versus the resales I've had is it was a very seamless process for the most part. We had a little bumps, but it really wasn't nothing to really cry about. One thing I liked about them, they were great communicators. In my case, my clients were out of town, so when they had a lot of questions, they were always able to call in to the agent on duty, get all their questions answered. If it was something I thought of, I used to go there just about once a month just to chat with the agent to see, where we were, or they'll call me and say, hey Shay, you haven't been in, this week, or it's been a minute. So they kept in contact pretty decent. Yeah, this is Essex Homes or Stanley Martin. This particular community started out in like the 300,000 range, and it goes up from there. But my clients are very picky, very, very picky. And let me tell you, I took, what was it, about a weekend, like 2 days, and we toured all over Columbia.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I showed them probably 12 to 15 houses over the course of 2 days, because they was on the fence. They was like, I don't know. And when every house, it was something wrong. They didn't like something. So it was just more so like, look, let me just do a new construction. And that's how we ended up at Essex Homes. So
another set of homes that Shay took her clients to on this said weekend, where she took them to about 12 to 15 homes, was also Mungo Homes. They did also look at Great Southern Homes. I'm not mistaken. I know we didn't go to look at any of those because Great Southern Homes just didn't fit their criteria. The houses didn't come big enough in our area. In some areas, Great Southern Homes is completely different, but in our area, it just didn't meet their criteria, what they were looking for. So they're kind of on the fence between Stanley Martin. Y'all got to forgive me because I'm still used to saying Essex, so you might see it pop up somewhere that it's actually Stanley Martin Homes and not Essex Homes. But they were kind of on the fence between the two. Mungo is similar to Essex. Even Essex actually has homes in certain communities that start as low as like mid to upper 100s. So, don't fret if your budget is not $500,000. My budget isn't $500,000 either. So if that's not your budget, don't worry. I mean, we have different options. Even if Great Southern Homes, Mungo, or Stanley Martin Homes, I was about to say it again, Stanley Martin Homes doesn't work for you, I have some other options. I'm actually going to have a lovely young lady come on in a later video to talk about a new community that's coming that's for those of us who income is not where we would want it to be in order to purchase a $400,000 or $500,000 house. So you can still get that customized feel, that brand new home feel, without paying $500,000 for it. So Great Southern Homes is a little bit more cost effective, so to speak. It just depends on where you are. They have really great floor plans as well. We actually have a really good friend who has a Great Southern home out in a community out near Blythewood that it's a pretty reasonable price. We actually have two friends that have homes out there. We have Demetrius and Mark that have homes out. I hope y'all don't mind us name dropping. That have new homes out near the Blythewood area, and they're Great Southern Homes, I believe. But just to kind of transition back into resale, we don't want you to think that with us doing resale versus new build or new construction is a pro versus con thing, because it really isn't. It's all about preference. Some people prefer to just be able to move in, it's ready. You get that with new construction, but there is a time period, unless you're buying a spec home or something like that. Again, that's a little bit more detailed. But, resale is not a bad option. It's not a bad option at all.
And the reason why, not to cut you off, but the reason why it's not is because, if you have a good agent or if it's a really good deal, you're getting that at a discount. Mm-hmm. Meaning you're getting it for cheaper than what or lower than what the house is actually worth, and that's how you have instant equity. So that's a plus with resale.
I don't know. I think that's pretty much it. Again, new construction, new construction versus resale is 100% about preference. I've had clients that have done resales. They're completely happy and satisfied with what they got. As long as your realtor, which is gonna be me and Shay, one or the other, probably both, because we work on everything together. But that's neither here nor there. you know, your realtor is going to be so good at what she does. You see how I did that? That you're going to be able to negotiate most things. And if, you know, you're not able to get something, then hopefully the person that you choose to go with just says, hey, this is not going to make sense. If you really 100% absolutely have to have something like this may be another option for you. Don't fear the cost. Don't fear the process, because again, there are ways to work around any situation. And what were you about to say?
No, that was basically it. Yeah, I think that was basically it. Now, I will say, you know, it doesn't mean that you can go to any builder and just get anything you want.
Right.
They have several options. So I don't want you guys to think that my client just said, boom, I want this, that, and third.
Boom, here's $500,000.
Yeah,
it didn't work like that.
It wasn't like that, trust me. It was a couple of things that
they
weren't
didn't
able to
get. Right.
But you do have more options. I mean, both of them serve
Just
our
buy a
clients.
house. Just
buy a house.
Just buy a house. Because at any point, if you decide after 4 or 5 years that you want to sell it. Just give us a call. We'll sell it for you, and you move on to the bigger and better, or the next best thing to, you know, what you're looking for.
And if you're moving out of area, we got connections all over, so we can set you up with another agent who may be out of our scope of area, and they'll get you right. So,
but I think that's it. I'll insert some pictures, you know, for you guys to kind of see some of the different floor plans, so to speak. Well, not really floor plans, but just some pictures of some of the new construction homes that you know, we've visited, and you know, so that you guys can kind of get an idea. But again, everything is going to be in the links that are down below. Again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to Wind Down Wednesdays. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Please, we need the support.
We need the support. We appreciate the support. Please leave any comments down below. Ask any questions. We're more than happy to get back to you as soon as we can.
Make sure you're still washing your hands, covering your mouth, wearing your mask.
Stay home.
Try to stay quarantined as much as possible. I don't care what the governor say. Use your common sense.
And y'all should have been washing y'all hands anyway, but that again is neither here nor there. But I think that's a wrap. Thank you so much for tuning in to Wind Down Wednesdays.
Peace.
Wednesdays.